Someone asked me about do they tag crocodiles. What they actually do is see all the lumps along their back there. They use that as a numbering system. So they count all the lumps along his back and cut a certain scoot out of a certain spot. So the scoot's right down near the end of his tail there. They'll cut a certain one of those out of a certain spot, gives the crocodile a number. They record that number down, and then what they need to do to identify crocodile from crocodile is have a look at their tail, go, right, this is 826, so they'll cut 3 scoots out, and they'll say, all right, this is where we found him last time, this is how big he was, and any other information that they need to know. But they will put microchips in other crocs, or some crocodiles, just to see how far they travel in a week, or where they go to, all that sort of thing. But the main way they do it is by cutting off them scoots and their tails. So obviously they have to trap them and get them tied up and everything before they do that. Now this guy normally sits where 10 o'clock, where that dead tree is in the water there. That's normally the bank that he goes up onto. We've got a couple of minutes. Hopefully he's going to swim up there for us. Looks fairly big in the water, but once he comes up out of the water, he looks a bit bigger.
What's he got on his head?
What's he got on his head? His head. Looks
dry.
Yeah, it's just dry on the top. He must have been, or maybe a bit of mud even. But where that dry patch is there, that's actually right, pretty much in between his eyes and his ears, is right in the top middle of his head, and his brain sits right on the top of his head there. It's about the size of a 50-cent piece. I reckon he's going to go up here. Hope so.
Where's he go up here?
So you can see they just use that tail to push themselves through the water, like I said, 35 to 40 k an hour under and on top of the water.
Do you reckon
so you can never get away from them in the water.
This fella there might be keeping an eye on too.
The tail is pretty much pure muscle, and that's when cooked right can taste very, very good. They do croc surveys up in Jim Jim in Twin Falls. They're actually doing it at the moment. Any crocodiles that are caught up there, they're too hard to relocate, so Parks and Wildlife will shoot them and give the meat to the local people. And the tail is the best part of it. That's what everyone fights over. It's good. We're going to get him onto the bank here, I think. Now this guy hasn't actually had his scoots cut out, so they wouldn't know this crocodile, but it's easy for crocs to come in and out of the salt water. It does look like his tail's got a bit of yellow on it, but you can see pretty much his whole body is black, so he has been in the fresh water for a bit. I might just move out. I think that's his favourite spot that I've just parked on, so hopefully he'll go in if I move out for him.
They're very patient, aren't they?
They call it Indiana Jones stripping.